So if you're not paying the $20 a month for Chat GPT, you need to do it now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's worth every penny as long as you're utilizing it. It's going to pay dividends for you very, very quickly. And I'm going to dig into Chat GPT here. All right, guys, I'm going to cover the basics today. And what I mean by the basics are, it's the basics for anybody that's been using ChatGPT for any length of time, but not everybody knows that it exists. So if you're not paying the $20 a month for ChatGPT, you need to do it now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's worth every penny as long as you're utilizing it. It's going to pay dividends for you very, very quickly. So I'm going to show you guys a few different things on what I do and why it works with ChatGPT. Okay, so there's a couple of things that I want you guys to understand once you pay the $20 a month. And like I said in my email, this is going to be basic for some of you, but for some of you, this will be eye-opening. So hopefully everybody gets to take a look at this and everybody, learns something from it. But if it's too basic for you, I totally understand. You can always, jump and come back on the next one when we're doing some little more advanced stuff. Okay. So I'm going to start with ChatGPT and GPT-4. So when you go to GPT-4, there's a few things that happen. You're going to see some updates with mine, and I'm going to show you something that I use on a regular basis. When you click on GPT-4, great plugin for ChatGPT. It's called AIPRM. It's not working currently today. That's why you're not seeing it here on my ChatGPT, but it'll be back up this afternoon. They make updates to it all the time. But my favorite plugin for GPT these days is Canva. And you don't have to have a Canva. You should have a Canva account in order to do it. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to show you guys how to use the Canva plugin really fast, but I'm going to also show you where it really comes in valuable, because for most of you that aren't running a big team, this is going to be a game changer for you when it comes to designing, when you're doing presentations, when you're doing social media, all of the above. So I'm going to give you guys some examples of what we can do in Canva. Once you've paid for GPT-4, if you click on this button, you're going to see this little opening that says plugins beta. So if you don't click here, you won't see it. So if I click here, you'll kind of get an example. This little plugin, and I restart, the plugins have disappeared, right? But if I come over here and I click GPT-4, you don't see any plugins. But if I mouse over this and I scroll down, there's actually a couple of things that you need to do. Number one, you should go into advanced data analysis and make sure that it's checked, right? You should go into plugins beta, and it's going to open up the plugins, and then we can go into the plugin store. So did you guys all see how that worked? Once I clicked on the plugins, this little thing showed up. It's already got Canva plugged into mine. So, but if you click on this and go to the plugin store, believe it or not, when I first realized you could do plugins, it probably took me an hour of searching on YouTube to figure out how to open the frickin' plugins on this thing. And I'm pretty advanced. You guys, if you dig into these plugin stores, there are a ton of great plugins. I turned everything off on mine except for Canva because I didn't want it to get too convoluted for me to show you guys what I'm doing. And so now that I have the Canva plugin installed, I'm going to give you guys an example of what this thing can do with Canva. So let's say I'm just going to copy and paste something. Let's say I want to create a new Facebook cover photo for my real estate business. And I tell ChatGPT, design a Facebook cover photo for my real estate business. GPT is going to immediately go out to Canva and start designing things. And it's going to keep going for a while. And it's going to take a little bit of time, you guys, but we're going to show you kind of what it will do. The great thing about what it's doing is that not only is it creating sample covers, but it's giving us the link to Canva so that we can go in there and make adjustments. So as soon as it creates something that I like, that I think is a great start, because that's all we're trying to get is like, what's the basic guidelines of what I want to design for my Facebook cover? So I may go into one of these and we'll go, white marble professional for real estate cover. And then I'm going to go into Canva and it's going to open it up in Canva for me. And I can start editing and making changes. It's really, really, really simple to do. And it's going to be a very, very quick game changer for you because it'll keep going. It'll keep going. And let me give you guys a couple more great examples of what this can do so you can start thinking outside the box. Let's say I want to create an Instagram story announcing a new listing. It's going to go to Canva. It's going to pull some story themes, and it's going to start creating Instagram stories and themes that I can just very quickly go into Canva and adjust and create an Instagram story. It's really a game changer when it comes to, for those of you that are managing your own social media. Or let's take it a step further. What if I wanted to create a custom presentation for a listing? So that was a very basic prompt, you guys. The power in Chat GPT is how well you write your prompts, but this is going to give it a very basic idea of what I want to create. And then when I go to it, it's going to be an entire presentation. Now, I'll be honest with you. If I was going to create presentations, there are a couple of AIs that I think do a better job of presentations than Chat GPT and Canva. But if I needed to create something quick and it was fast and easy, down and dirty, this is definitely the way I'm going to do it, because it's going to do it perfectly for me and give me the tools to make it as quick as possible. Does that make sense? Create a thumbnail. Hold on. For my YouTube for a new listing. So we'll let it go to town. It's going to go in and start creating thumbnails. Now, that's a whole different level that I want you guys to understand. If you're using Canva and ChatGPT to create thumbnails, I expect you guys to be using TubeBuddy and doing split testing on your thumbnails. If you're not doing split testing on your thumbnails, you're making a huge mistake. Now, keep in mind, as it's creating this, I could have gotten really, really detailed. I could say, use this type of graphic or use this color scheme, right? There are a lot of input that I can put into my prompt that's really going to dial this in. Do I think these are the best? Probably decent, probably not the best. But the more info I give it, the higher it's going to be. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're going to do something else with ChatGPT here really quick. Let's do a new chat. Do you guys know what custom instructions are? So when you're typing something here in ChatGPT, we can do what's called custom instructions. So if I go here and I go to custom instructions, you're going to see some custom instructions that I have written for ChatGPT with the help of ChatGPT. But I'm going to show you guys how I wrote my custom instructions because I think it's super valuable to you. So basically what ChatGPT has said is, give me 1,500 words about you so that I can better provide responses. So the first custom instruction is, it actually says, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? So the way that I designed my custom instructions, and I think it was brilliant because it's made everything easier, is I said something along the lines of this: please create a prompt to help me best design the custom instructions. I wrote this quickly before this. For the first section, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? So by turning Canva off, now it's going to give me a well-designed prompt to help design the custom instructions for ChatGPT. So it's going to ask me, what's my professional background? Share my current role, industry, and years of experience. What's my expertise? Talk to it about speaking engagements. Obviously, it's already reading my custom instructions because it knows enough about me already to ask the right questions. And the more in detail that you get with this, so if you design your first set of custom instructions, you could say something along the lines of this: please create a prompt, help me best design the custom instructions for the first section of what you would like ChatGPT to know about you to better provide responses. Use the following information as a feeder for your questions. So I could say, hey, I'm a team mastery coach with Tom Ferry. I'm an international speaker. I'm and then it's going to ask me questions around my profession. I'm a real estate agent, broker, owner of a real estate company in Houston, Texas, and I do this, and this. And the more that I give it, the more questions that ChatGPT is going to ask me about what I do. This is going to be amazing for most of you. It's going to be a challenge for Mark, for somebody like yourself, because you're going to have to give it a lot of different things. right? So you may have to say, I'm an entrepreneur with multiple business, and you may have to lay out some of those businesses and say, you know, I will tell you which section what I want you to cover. And then the great thing about that is there's 1,500 words that you can, or characters that you can put in that first section of the custom instructions. Then there's a second section of the custom instructions. And the second section says something along these lines. How would you like Chat GPT to respond? So what Chat's asking you in that second section is they're saying, how would you like us to respond in your voice? Does everybody understand what it means by your voice? So if I ask it, please create a prompt for the information from below, or from why don't I just say from section 1? Now it's going to create a prompt for asking me the questions it needs to know so that it can talk in my voice. So how should it refer to my professional background? How should it refer to my expertise or my speaking engagements or my coaching style? So it's reading what I already put in section 1, and it's asking me questions related to that so that it can design how it wants to speak. So once I have done this, now ChatGPT literally responds in the way that I want it to respond. And I'll give you guys a great example. If we scroll down, let's see, time management mastery. Okay, so if I go here, this is me writing content for a book that I'm writing. So I asked ChatGPT to give me the top 15 chapters that I should put in the book that I'm going to write on building habits. And then I kept giving it more custom instructions. And every time the ChatGPT gave me some input or some output, I said, leave spots here for stories, leave spots here for this. Make sure you use my voice. Look at the following to come up with my voice. And it gave me probably the first 1,000 words in my first chapter. And then I just went in and edited it, made it 2,500 words. AI is just another tool in your belt. And I want all of you to just embrace AI and use it to whatever your capabilities are. But if you spend 10, 15, 20 minutes a day or 3 days a week, or even once a week learning it, all you're going to do is continue to improve, and it's going to make you that much better and that much more proficient. You have to remember that this tool learns and it adapts and it improves. It's like having a full-time assistant who's always learning, and they're always ready to help you succeed. So please don't be intimidated by the tech jargon or by me showing you guys algorithms or me showing you guys SEO. Just embrace them, right? I guarantee you, if you don't, your competition is, and the agent that embraces this leverage, these tools and leverages it, they're going to be the agents that succeed at a higher level.